Hi guys, let's install Xerolinux, right? There's a reason why I'm doing it, but I'll explain that later. So first of all, Xerolinux has been created in the womb of ArcoLinux. By that I mean that you can learn to make your own distro. In ArcoLinuxISO.com, in ALCI, right, there is plenty of tutorials how to create your own system, just like this one, like Archcraft, like so many Arch derivatives. So I'm gonna go for the first one, open source drivers, this says. And let's go through the motions, have a look at it, and then tell you the news later, maybe in a second video. Okay. It's always interesting to follow spin-offs, and frankly, honestly, it's always fine to see a student surpass the master. So if you think about using this, we just talked a few minutes ago, and he gives a lot of support for drivers, he tells us, scripts and all that. So we discussed it. It shouldn't be so easy. It shouldn't be so difficult, right, to have support for drivers these days. Why is this still an issue in NVIDIA and NVIDIA 390 and all the possible problems that you can have with it? It's silly, but it is still what it is, and it's 15 years later, right? Does not seem to become better over time. Anyway, so that's the choices. That's what I choose. Next, and then some choices here. And yes, this is the same Calamares that we're using. It is all about design. And I can't make, oh yeah, it's okay. It's just a message shorter than 6, then it's fine. I don't want to change password, you see? This is, no, it's too short. What was I going to say? No, no, I'm fine. This, go on, install. We have plenty of time to talk. You have here, right. So I was talking about the look of Calamares. This is Calamares. And it's all about CSS, I was thinking, right? It's all about looks and colors, and it's exactly the same thing, only it's called QSS. And for the rest, we are moving away, or there's a trend for Calamares to move to Qt5 and possibly, of course, Qt6 in the future, to have apps, well, modules they call it, and have a design that looks more, let's say, modern, right? It's all debatable, it's also always personal, but it's based on Qt. That's the main thing. So this is your system, could be your system. There's Dolphin, which should ring a bell. It's gonna be Plasma. Yes, it's Plasma. So Melt is here, Console is here, disks are here. Flat Seal, don't know what it is, so click on it. And here are some settings, I suppose. What is Flat Seal? Looks like a GNOME app to me. And Report Ensure, I still don't know what it is. Credits, legal. What can I do with this thing? Flat Seal. About Flat Seal documentation. What is this? Share socket device, allow file system tips and tricks. We have to wait anyway. Maybe a short thing. No, that was the same thing. Help. What is this? I better Google Flat Seal. I'll do it on my other screen. We're getting there. Flat Seal is a graphical utility to review and modify permissions from your Flatpak. Ooh, not interested. It's good for people who use it, right? The Flatpaks, but I'm the kind of guy, and it's a personal choice. I'd rather build it myself via AOR and have it on my own repos, and I get the how to say, the appeal for Flatpaks, but I'd rather build them myself. So let's wait for everything to install. What's this? It's unclickable or not. Maybe I should have a look at this little tool. VMware Resolution Fix, donate. So guys, same thing that I've just told on Endeavour OS. If you're using Xerolinux and you have used it for a year, and it's seriously time to become to give a donation and become a supporter for this Arch based distro based in Lebanon. Yeah, it tells from time to time electricity crisis. Got a few hours of electricity and everything is down. So yeah, it's not easy to develop something like that. There's QEMU Resolution Fix Launch Installer. That's what we're doing here. Coffee is also something similar, and GitHub, Mastodon, and YouTube. And we don't need these because this is VirtualBox. In the meantime, he's unpacking. If you're an ISO builder, right? If you say, wow, I want to buy something like this, build something like this, then you can have a look at the possibilities, and that's inside etc. There's a folder called Calamares, and in here is what this machine, this app needs. So this is the configuration, and that's the application, and one without the other won't work, right? So the branding, if you're wondering how branding is done, I just told you something about CSS, and this is QSS, and if you are a website developer, you'll see and recognize it. Font bold 16 pixels, padding this, padding that, color this, right? So that's how we design things, and it's a choice. There are several modules you can choose, but we'll see stuff with a Q end here or not. There is one finished Q, so that's one for Qt, and I don't think I see any others here. Voila. Almost done. Bootloader. I suppose it's going to be grub, I don't know. We'll see. And then we close the installer or restart the system. And you explore. So grub it is. E stands for this. NVMe load, quiet, log level, auto, audit 0, and go. We're greeted with the Xerolinux tool. Updating after an installation of an ISO is always good. So the Xerolinux system updater, please note, and so on, will build before installing, which makes it time in case it fails. Okay, hi Eric. Ooh, he knows me. Update Arch packages only, and then so on and so on. Type your selection. Okay, so one. He wants my password. Successful. Yeah, we get of course the same thing. We're all based on Arch. So ArcoLinux decided to rename its packages from many stuff like kconfig, for example, became kconfig 5, and this is one last one. Nope. Another one, another one, another one. Okay, so you just say enter, enter, enter. You have, it's the same package with another name. That's it. So when we see all this, we better reboot. There are some important files in here, I see. And that's the reflex you should have, right? Update the system. See, there's a Linux kernel, systemd and other stuff. Reboot. You can install the drivers. So for people who are having issues, I don't know if it can be done together with the other one. Probably need to wait because this is still open. And you can have a look at the install drivers. There are forums, post install, install applications, facts. Have a look around. How do we get menu? Probably here. I think we have to wait. I don't think anything is clickable at this point in time. This is, however, clickable. Ah, there it is. So have a look. Let's type 0. Let's type it again. 0. So no packages with that name. Just wanted to have a look. Maybe utilities. So have a look at all the applications that will be installed. So what you see is what you get. Is always the same principle. We build an ISO. It's basically in a compressed file, and we just push it over to somewhere else, right? It's just. And here's the hello. Yakoake is here. So have a look. Settings. Fan control is already installed for the guys on laptops. And of course, if the motherboard is supported and so on. Same here. Don't have fingerprint and don't need fan control. It's always a personal choice. Mercuro, never heard about it. Have a go, have a look. Everything is in my Gmail account, my contacts. Syncing with my phone. Lost and found, internet, graphics, development, web development. Right? It's always about choices. What do we put on an ISO, what not, and so on. 2, that's AWR as well. Let's see if I can still have a go at number 2. I suppose there are no AOR packages on there, but I don't know. First time, right? There's nothing to do. Flatpaks, do we have Flatpaks? Let's see. Nothing to do. Okay. And then I guess I need to close it. Yes, and we have back access to the buttons here. So I was saying, if issues arise and you have a system that really is not working, there are some possibilities here to try out. Switch display manager. So that's that particular thing. NVIDIA proprietary drivers is going for vanilla drivers, experimental stuff. Let's go over it all. This one, going over those two guys. And then this one is for Linux. We're going to the internet. And I'll suppose you need to read a little bit more here. And here's the SSLinux Discord. We're not gonna go there. What's hardware service? Probe and stuff like that. And INCSI, sure. Back. Let's fix the GNU PG keys. Not that there are problems, I suppose, but let's fix them anyway. This little trick is a setting that's on Plasma, that's possible on Plasma. It's quite nice. And having something transparent and a little bit blurred is awesome. Me like. Post install, what's this? Let's press enter to exit. Let's do that. And then post install. Snapper, ZSH, restore default desktops, PackSeek. ISO Builder, KDE Rises, firewalls if you want, DistroBox tool. Don't know what this is. Let's see what that is. Install, configure DistroBox and Docker and all that. So it might be something interesting for someone. So distro, have a look at Docker. Buy. arises or choices, so you can overwrite whatever is in there. How is Plasma doing its work? Because you have a config, and it's gonna be in .config. So if you want to override all these settings with something else, let's try number 3, right? Oops. 3, yeah. Basically, everything is overwritten, so know what you're doing. It's gonna git clone, and everything that you raised, this will overwrite your rise, not overrise your write, but overwrite your rise. And there you go. That's my password. But it's fun on a virtual machine, right? Nothing can go wrong. Whatever you do, it's okay. We need to install some packages. Even grub is covered, right? It's important. So basically, I should do an exit. And Super X, is that working here? Oh, what is he doing? I don't know what happened here, but reboot is good. That's what I wanted to do. It knows what I want to do. Allez, come on, do it. I'm so impatient. Let's shut down. We'll start again. So this is definitely something else. This is North, which is bluish grayish kind of ice coloring scheme. But not only that is changed, what's changed as well is Plasma, which is not Plasma. It is Plasma, but it's not Plasma, right? He got the first idea to say, get rid of all the menus and let's use Latte doc. So this is Latte. This is not really the menu of kill it. Voila. Not really the menu of Plasma, but it's something fun, right? We see the CPU we see here. No, memory Eric. That's the CPU. We have 4 desktops that we can choose. A little bar that's alive, like in Mac. We see some network usage and so on. And we're back here. So the post-install system config, we saw a few things, not everything, so have a look. And then install applications. We have the option for Flatpak, I see. If that's on, you go for a Flatpak installation. If it's off, probably not. And you install probably the same thing, but then via another application, another app. I would think. There is also ChatGPT, so yes, we have possibility to go into the shell and ask him, hey, help me. I really like to go to the browser, keep track of things. All right, so have a look at all that. And voila, I think this was my visit. It's cool enough for a first view. If you don't know what this is all about, this is a possibility to install. You've got yourself an ArcoLinux system, but themed and tweaked, that you say, oh, is this still Arch? And then we see here the letters. I use Arch, by the way, so now it's confirmed we're on Arch. All right, enjoy Xerolinux.